Welcome to Movie Recall. In today's video, we will be going through the 2007 movie The Brave One. It's time to recall, let's get started, turn on subtitles, and spoilers ahead. The movie starts and we see a woman named Erica talking about how the city is losing its touch. We then see her face and it turns out she is a radio host as she says, "You've been listening to Streetwalk on WNKW." Her boss named Carol then approaches her and tells her that she should do TV too, but Erica says that she is just a voice, not a face. She then goes on to call her fiancé named David, who is a doctor. He is currently doing a shift and Erica wants to meet him at an art gallery, but he is not free at the moment. Erica then goes there on her own and David later comes to pick her up. David also has a dog named Curtis. Both of them then go to a park and play catch with Curtis. David tells Erica that he just wants to get married right away, but Erica says that she does not want that because it could create problems between her and David's mother, who wants a huge, flashy wedding. As they talk, David realizes that Curtis has been gone a little too long, so they move to an alley to find him. They find him in a tunnel with three other boys who go on to ask them for money before they let Curtis go with them. They then go on to rob Erica and David just like that. One of them then tries to get inappropriate with Erica, and David has had enough. He goes on to punch him. Two of the boys then go on to beat up David and Erica while the third one films the whole process. The next thing we see, both of them are being rushed to the hospital. We then see two detectives entering the hospital and they see a woman who has a gunshot wound. One of them, Detective Mercer, sees the woman's little daughter and asks her about her stepdad, and before the girl is able to say anything, the stepdad comes rushing into the room. He is being violent and then the detective takes him away. Mercer then comes across Erica, who is in the same hospital. Erica learns that she has been in a coma for 3 weeks. She is heartbroken to learn that David passed away and they did a service for him too. She then gets to talk to the detective who shows her some photos and tells her to try and recognize the attackers, but she does not even want to look at those photos. She tells the detective that she does not want to remember anything from that night. She then makes her way back home and her life is really sad. She keeps thinking about what happened that evening and cannot just stop thinking about David too. She now spends her days at home. We see her popping pills and smoking as well. One day she goes on to receive a call from a friend named Nicole. She does not answer the phone and lets it go to voicemail, where Nicole offers to take her out. She finally goes out, but she is not going out to see Nicole. She is walking on the streets and everything just seems weird in her head. She keeps overthinking about everything, even a man who is just passing by normally. She thinks he is following her. She then gets to the police station and tries to get an update on David's death. Erica is told by the officer to wait in the room while an officer joins her. She keeps waiting, but no officer shows up, so she leaves. She goes to a weapons shop and asks for a gun, but the man goes on to tell her that she is going to need a license for that. She might have to wait for 30 days. As she gets out of the shop, she is followed by another guy who goes on to tell her that he can get her a gun right away, but for $1,000. They then go to a secluded alley where they get done with their deal. That night, she sits outside her building smoking cigarettes, one after another. A woman named Josiah, who is her neighbor, she joins her and tells her to stop smoking as it could harm her. Josiah then tells her that there are many ways to die, but what she has to do is find a way to live. We then see Mercer sitting at a bar with his ex-wife. He talks about the woman with the gunshot wound at the hospital. He thinks that she was killed by her ex-husband because she was just about to turn in some evidence against him to the state, and then she got killed. He is positive that her ex-husband is the one who killed her. Sean tells his wife that he wants him to act as the little girl's lawyer because he is positive that the girl knows something. The scene then changes to Erica, who is at a store where she sees a man murdering his wife right in front of her. As she hides behind one of the stalls, her phone rings. The murderer now knows that there is an eyewitness in the store, so he starts looking around to finish off the eyewitness as well. Erica, however, goes on to shoot him from behind and manages to get rid of the security footage as well. She then gets rid of her jacket and hits the shower when she gets home. We then see Mercer making his way to the grocery store to investigate the crime scene. He sees two bodies and learns that these two have been shot with two different weapons. They also get the measurements, and Mercer now knows what gun he was shot with. Mercer's partner then goes on to say this shooting has been done by a really bad shooter. Mercer says that he thinks the bullet has been shot by someone who is new to having a gun. Mercer now considers that it could be a robbery, but then realizes that all the money is in there, so it could not be a robbery. Erica now sits on her table. She keeps thinking about what she has just done. Erica now decides that she is going to get back her job soon. She starts practicing a little while she keeps smoking and taking pills all the time. She finally makes her way back to the office, but her boss goes on to tell her that she does not really seem ready for the job yet. Erica, however, tells her that she wants to get back to her job and her show is on. However, when she starts speaking for the audience, she freezes after just one word. She finally starts speaking and talks about how it has been fearful for her to walk in the streets of New York City. She goes on to say that she never thought she would be scared until she had to go through some scary events on the streets of this city. When she is done with her show, she makes her way to David's grave where she keeps sitting all day. That evening, when she is on the subway, she sees two men harassing a boy. An older man comes forward to defend the young boy, but they go on to bully the old man as well. However, the others get off the train at the next station. Now, Erica is the only one left with these two bullies. Erica is then approached by these two. They start touching her and run their hand through her hair, but she goes on to take out her gun and shoots both of them. When she is on her way back home, she keeps thinking about what she has done. She thinks that she should not have shot them because she did not really need to. She could have just scared them away with the gun. Erica then makes her way to a bar and goes on to puke in the toilet while Mercer gets another phone call for a murder, learning that it is homicide. Erica then gets back to the subway where Mercer and his team are investigating the crime scene. They again realize that this shooting was done with a 9mm, and this is the gun Erica has. They are also aware that the man at the store was killed with this gun too. They now come up with a theory that the murder was done by someone who would not seem like a murderer because they seem new from the way they shoot. They, however, still do not think that it could have been a woman. Erica then moves out of the subway where Mercer is surrounded by many press people. Erica goes to him and tells him that she is Erica Bain and that she wants to do an interview with him, but he tells her that he does not have the time to do so, so Erica gets back home right away. Mercer is at his office the next day when he gets to talk to his partner about Erica, telling him that the girl wants to interview him. Erica is in her office when she is approached by Carol, who is supportive of her and tells her to continue doing her job because she is really good at it. Later, when she is on her way out of the office, she sees Mercer waiting for her outside. He goes on to approach her and tells her that he remembers who she is. She is the girl whose fiancé was murdered. He tells her that he saw her last night when she asked him for an interview, so he is willing to do an interview with her. He also tells her that they are currently working on her case and that the killers would be brought in soon. They then go on to a coffee shop to do an interview. Mercer is asked many questions about his style of work, as if she wants to get to know what they look for when they get to a crime scene so that she is able to avoid it if she has to go through a crime scene again. He then goes on to ask her if he knew about Murrow, the man who killed his wife at the start of the movie. Erica says that she has never talked about that man on her show. Erica then goes on to ask Mercer about him, and he tells her to turn off the recorder. He tells her that Murrow is into many kinds of illegal activities like drugs, human trafficking, and many other bad stuff like that. Mercer goes on to tell her that he is a very brutal man. Murrow would brutally kill anyone who dare try to cross him. Mercer also adds that he got his own wife ready to testify against him, but when she was just about to turn in the evidence against him, she was found dead. She then goes on to ask him if he himself has ever shot anyone, and his answer is, of course, yes, because he is a cop. She then asks him why he has not been able to take down Murrow yet, and he tells her that he has not been able to find any legal proof against him, so he cannot do anything about it while still staying legal about what he has to do. Erica then goes on to ask him if his hands shake when he has to shoot someone, and he of course says no, and is a little weirded out by what kind of question is that. Mercer then asks her how she dealt and got back from her fiancé's death, and she tells him that she just soldiered through. He then goes on to give her his card and tells him that she is free to call him anytime she wants. Erica has become a new person now. This is something she told Mercer too. We see her walking the streets at night with no fear. She goes on to see a pimp that night. He calls out to her and tells her to join him, and she gets in the backseat of his car. A girl named Chloe is also in the car. She has been drugged. Erica gets pissed at this man. She pulls out her gun and points it at his head. She tells him to pay the girl, and he does that. She then takes Chloe with her and gets out. When Erica is walking away with Chloe, the man tries to run them over with his car, but Erica manages to shoot him just in time. He loses control over the car and only hits Chloe, whose leg is broken. Chloe is picked up in an ambulance, but Erica stays away from the scene. When she gets home that night, Josiah is waiting outside for her. She grabs Erica's arm and goes on to ask her if she is doing okay because she has been noticing that Erica has not been herself. Erica sees Mercer the very next day, and he goes on to tell her that he heard his interview. They now start sharing laughs and give each other compliments too. Erica now starts feeling guilty for what she has been doing and decides to report herself to the police. She even goes to the police station, but the guy there does not take her seriously and she gets back. Erica is on the street that night when she calls Mercer and tells him that she is not able to sleep. They talk, and as they talk, Mercer hears an elevator going down. He is weirded out because Erica just said she was unable to sleep, but she's outside. After the call, a car pulls up and Erica goes to the car. Murrow comes out and Erica talks to him. He is rude to her and even hits her. Erica goes on to kill him right there, and the next thing we see, Mercer is there investigating the crime scene. He is now, to some extent, beginning to suspect Erica. Mercer takes Erica with him to interview the prostitute she has saved, but the prostitute does not let on that she recognizes Erica. Mercer privately indicates to Erica that he suspects her but is struggling with what to do about it. The police ask Erica to identify one of the suspects in her attack. Though she recognizes the assailant, she does not identify him. She is later informed that the police have found her engagement ring in a pawn shop and goes there to get a name, address, and phone number of who sold it to them. She tracks down one of her attacker's ex-girlfriends. The woman is initially too frightened to reveal her boyfriend's whereabouts, but she later sends Erica the video recording of her attack and his address. Erica forwards the video to Mercer. Erica tracks down all 3 men and confronts and kills 2 of them before freeing her dog. She struggles with the 3rd attacker, who gains the upper hand just as Mercer arrives. As Mercer attempts to arrest the attacker, Erica retrieves her weapon and prepares to execute him. Mercer persuades Erica to lower her gun, but after looking into her pleading eyes, hands her his own gun to use instead, and Erica shoots the attacker dead. Mercer then insists that Erica wound him with her gun, which she does, allowing them to frame her attackers for the vigilante killings. Mercer then places her gun in the last attacker's hand and Erica leaves. She walks through Central Park joined by her dog, and with that, the movie comes to an end. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to get new movie recaps.